Hey guys, Spartan here from SpartanTrading.com. I want to hit you guys with an educational video today, and in this video I want to talk about low float stocks and sympathy plays. Now, I think this is an important thing to note as we are getting a little bit more low float names running. We obviously had some big ones pushing today. This ISPO kind of ignited a ton of smaller stocks running, but I think it's important to understand, especially for new traders, how these sympathy plays work and what to understand about the movement in these sympathy plays that will occur after they start to run in sympathy with these names. So we obviously had this ISPO pushing to the upside today. We had some other smaller names that moved up in sympathy with it. Some of these names were the NRGV, this FSLY, ANGH, and I mean, those are pretty much the main four. Now, one thing to note is this: once sympathy plays start to move, guys, the next ISPO, there is no next ISPO. You're going to see it on Twitter all the time, on FinTwit, whatever. This is the next ISPO. This is the next ISPO. Nothing is going to move the same as ISPO. Nothing's going to go from $11 to 108. This is a rare trade that's happening in that day because of the momentum that's occurring in the market, or a momentum that's occurring in that individual name. In this case, this was a short squeeze that occurred between an arbitrage play between the warrants and the actual equity trade itself. And the guys that were short the equity were being essentially squeezed out. But with that being said, the other plays that will start to move in sympathy will never move as much as this name. It's typically, 99% of the time they just won't. ANGH was the second one that started moving, and it did get a pretty decent move, from $12 to 35. So you got about, a quarter of the move that ISPO did get. Once you start to see even more of these names pop, like NRGV, and then you see the LFSLY, LF, I can't remember what that one was called. Let me just take a look. ISPO, ANGH. Oh, LFly, that's what it was. And you got the LFly moving. As more and more of these names pop up, the sympathy move or the movement is going to be less and less. The reason why is you're having a whole bunch of the traders, the same type of traders, momentum, low float stock traders, are starting to spread themselves thinly across all these different names. You're going to get new bag holders created in each of these names, so the fall through will be less and less and less, to a point where these things will not even move. The next one that pops up will probably just give back its gains. So it is notable that you should be, if it's the second one, yeah, you can hold it for a little bit. Start to get to the third, fourth, fifth, you should be looking and have the mindset of this is a scalp. It's probably going to come back in after its initial pop because there's less people on it. People are moving from stock to stock very quickly, and most people will be taking their profits. It's just something to note, guys. I think it's extremely important thing to talk about because when I first started trading, I was getting caught up in these things. And if you are a short seller of these low float stocks, then when you start to see all these little sympathy plays happen, those are the low hanging fruit names to go after. You don't go after the ISPOs, you don't go after the ANGHs. You wait for the things that have a little bit of momentum but seem to not hold up and volumes start to die down fairly quickly. Those are the names to start going after on the short side. Anyways, hopefully this video helped you guys. I thought it was a decent thing to talk about today just because of the space and the action that we're seeing in these low float names. If you guys have any questions, you go to SpartanTrading.com. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and you guys have a good rest of the day.